Hello, Deb, or someone else from Pine Hills. This is the stratustime payroll training for daily reports. Okay, to begin, you log on to your paychecks.centralservers.com account and click Reports. Now we are going to do Wednesday, July 22nd, and I have already gone through and made sure everyone's clock in and clock out times are correct and made sure they are in the correct departments and have the correct transfers. So the first report that I'm going to run is a summary report. So I'm going to click on this template right here, Summary. I'm going to change the name to Wednesday 7/22, and then I'm going to scroll down to the date range and change the date from 7/6 to 7/22 on both days. Then I'm going to click Run Schedule. While that's generating, I always do the detail report. So if you click on Detail right here, under Shared Templates, I change the name to Wednesday Detail, scroll down to the date, and click the 22nd. Now everything on these two reports, they're saved reports. Everything that we need, the department, the work type, all of that is saved in these templates. So all you have to do is change the date. So I'm going to run that. And now we have our Wednesday 22 summary report ready. I'm going to go ahead and click. Okay, this is what our report looks like in Excel. I'm going to enable editing, and I'm going to do a couple things to make it more user-friendly. I'm going to delete all of these lines that we don't need. I'm going to insert a line here, and this is this unassigned total down at the bottom. Let's get that out of the way. This is the vacation. So I'm going to write vacation there. I'm going to write total here, and then to get the total number, I'm going to click and hold here and drag it all the way up to the top. Click Function, OK, OK, and that does the sum of all the numbers. The first thing I do with these reports is make sure that the vacation matches the total vacation that I thought that I assigned. And in this case it does. 2 hours of vacation were assigned, and I've got 2 hours right here. So then the next thing to do is go through and compare these department totals to what I think I should be seeing, which you're already familiar with doing. I'm going to go ahead and do that and pause the video. Okay, I've looked at all the departments, and it looks like Pre-K 1 may be slightly high and Pre-K 2 may be slightly low. So I'm going to need the detailed report in order to see who's hitting those departments to see if it's correct. So back on my web browser, I'm going to click on that detail report, and that pulls up a PDF, and I can scroll down to those departments, 142 and 143, and I can look at these numbers compared to what I have on my schedule. In this one, I can see that Noel's hour and 15 minutes has been coded to Pre-K 1 when it should be coded to Pre-K 2. So now I go back to the manager dashboard, back to time cards. I'll find Noel and I'll make the correction. Now that I've corrected Nicole's time card, so you can see I've changed it to 143 instead of 142, and I go back to reports, and to rerun these reports, all I'm going to do is hit this little button. I don't know, it's a little page with a circle on it, and all I have to do, the date is still the same, all I have to do is hit Run Schedule again. So I'm going to do that just for the summary, since that was the only thing, was just a little thing, so I'm just going to make sure that the summary is giving us the correct information now. Okay, now that our report is ready, I'm going to click it and open up Excel. Now that I have my Excel report, I'm going to make it a little bit more readable for myself and for Bev, who will need to go through and do her thing to balance everything. Okay, so I'm deleting these rows by hitting delete. I'm going to insert a row here. Remember, this unassigned is vacation, so I'm going to name it vacation. I'm going to put the total in this box. So I'm going to click it and hold with my mouse, and then move the mouse up to select all of those. Hit Function, OK, OK, and that gives me the summary total. Now what I do is bold the total lines, and then I add a header. So I insert, what I did was I right click where it says 1, line 1 over here, put insert, and I'm going to do that 2 times and then a 3rd time. So I've inserted 3 lines. I'm naming it Pine Hills, Wednesday 7/22/15. Now for me, at the home office, all I do is print at this point. That's the format that I need. It has the information that I need. You can see that the pre-K 1 and 2 numbers look better. So 2 copies, one for me and one for Bev, and print. So you, at your place, you'll have to email this or fax it. So you can print it and fax it with the daily number sheet, or you can email it by saving it, either saving it or saving it as PDF. Either way, I'm going to save as. I'm going to put it right on my desktop, and it's already named Wednesday 7/22. I'm just going to delete this one and save. And then there it is, popped up on my desktop. So now it is ready to be emailed. Okay, so that is how to run the reports for each day. So the summary report to get you the grand totals, and the detail report that gives you the information about who's hitting each department.